looking to get a new laptop and you're thinking about a MacBook, you're not sure which one to go for, you need to watch this video because I am going to review the MacBook Air with the M1 chip. And we're going to see how it's done over the past year. So actually my husband got this MacBook around maybe March and we've been testing it out. We've been seeing how it's going. We got it for him specifically because he wanted a new laptop and he wanted something just lightweight, portable. And we're going to dive into what I think about this because I've obviously heard him talk about it over the past year and we've used it consistently. So let's talk about this. Okay, so the first thing is small and portable. This is by far the smallest laptop that we have ever had. One of those things where I'm just like, wow, sometimes you don't even know you've got it. It's like you have a tablet. Like the size is very comparable. So for example, this is it over the top and you can see that it's not much of a difference. The other thing is that I do have a case on this right now and this doesn't have any like casing on it, but you can get cases to protect it when you're on the go. But when you don't have anything extra on top of this, like this is thin, you can see it's thin and it's lightweight and it's like you could just carry it around very easily. So we do like that it's very lightweight, very compact. If you're a student, this is ideal for you to get the work that you need done. So the next thing is that it does not overheat. I love the fact that there's no fan in this thing. Like there's no sound from it. It literally just goes, does its thing. Because it's got that M1 chip in it, it just doesn't need like that extra fan. You don't see a fan in here. You don't have to worry about it overheating. And my husband got this specifically because it was new, you know, that new M1 chip technology, but also at the fact that you don't have that fan, which we love. So another big aspect of this is that it needs to be fast. This is what we wanted. We wanted a fast laptop, nothing too crazy. We don't want the whole bells and whistles. And as there's a lot of people out there that just need a laptop, but they need a reliable, quick and easy thing to use, right? So that is another reason why we got this one, because we heard that it was really good, fast, and very reliable. So when my husband goes to sit down at the end of the night, he's going to do some work, like he does budgeting, he does some stuff like research and all that. So when he sits down, he turns it on and he can just watch his videos or get right into doing the budget. The other thing is that when you turn it on, it's really quick to load up stuff. So for example, if you're loading up a game, like you can play games on this, which is crazy. You can load up a game and it just comes up really quickly. It doesn't take that long. Now games do take time to load because there are a bunch of stuff going on. So that is, you know, part of it. But overall, this is a fast little machine. Okay, so another big aspect to this is that it is safe and secure. Now what I mean by that is that the actual laptop is secure. You cannot get in without either your fingerprint or obviously a password. Now that's pretty much regular with every laptop, I get it, but it's nice that this has such a secure, like to log in, you need all of that. For my Dell laptop, I have the same thing. I do need a password and I do need my fingerprint, so that's just that. I wanted to put that out there because I know there's a lot of people want to know, is this actually secure for all of my information, for all the work that I do? Now we're going to talk about editing your videos. So for me, I am a business owner, but I'm also a videographer and an editor, so I do a lot of editing. Now this little, you know, machine, this little powerhouse can do some editing. You can go a little crazy on it, I think, but it does the basic editing from what I've tried out. So that is good to know. If you're a YouTuber or a video editor, you can do some basic stuff on here. This is a very multi-purpose kind of laptop and I really highly recommend it. Now, one of the biggest things that I am so excited to mention is the battery life. The battery life on this machine, this whatever it is amazing. My husband, he can come home, he can play on a game for like maybe an hour or two. You know, he works hard, he can do that. So he plays on a couple hours maybe after the kids go to bed and that's still going. He could do it all, like we tried this out just to test it out one day. You could do it all day and literally it would just be maybe on the break. Like it doesn't really need charge that much. And it's crazy how much battery life this little thing has. Now we will talk a little bit more about battery life in the cons, but right now, this is amazing. Okay, let's talk a little bit more serious stuff. What about the cons? There are a couple cons, but they're not major, so I'm just gonna note them here so that you have them. So the first con is that there are some apps on Apple products that you can't get, I guess. I did a little research on this because obviously we only use so many apps, but I did a little research on the app side of things, and there are some apps that you can't get, but is that a big deal? Maybe, maybe not, depending on which apps they are. Okay, so I mentioned battery life. Battery life, depending on what you're using, is great. So, for example, my husband plays games on his laptop. He also does a few editing and also, financing and budgeting. So there's a lot of things that he does. Now, we found that kind of like some certain apps do drain it a little bit more, but overall, the battery life is so good that you don't even really notice it. So to me, that's not a huge deal. Overall though, that's why I'm putting it in here. Overall, it is a great little laptop with battery life in it. And finally, not the end of the world kind of con, but you really do need a mouse. We just got this little one off Amazon, the Logitech. I don't even know what it is, but it's a Logitech and it's really small and compact as well. So it goes really nicely with the laptop, if you can see it here. It goes really nicely with it. Now because the mouse, like the mouse track, I guess, whatever it's called, on the laptop is actually a little smaller and the laptop is smaller, you will find that it's harder to do things. Of course, if you play games or you're video editing, you really, really do need a mouse. So I highly recommend buying one, something cheap even, that just gets you by. But if you're going to buy this MacBook anyways, you might as well get a nice mouse to go with it. And the Logitech is always usually a great mouse. I have this other one. Now this is highly recommended. I couldn't tell you. Oh, it's the Logitech G603. And this one is amazing. I use that for editing and it's barely ever dies as well. So overall, the MacBook Air M1, it's amazing. I highly recommend this little laptop if you are trying to find something that you need compact, small, easy on the go, kind of need it quickly. And it's not an expensive little thing. And as for Apple products, it's one of my favorites. I don't even use it. Like, I rarely use it, and my husband uses it. And he loves it. So he's always talking about how it's a great little laptop, handy, easy to use. Definitely recommend it. That is it for this review. I hope you enjoyed it. I know it's a little bit long overdue, but I also wanted to make it a long-term review to see actually how it works and goes. So I hope you enjoyed it. Like and share and subscribe for more videos. Have a good one, guys.